Alrighty. Time to do an oil change on the Kodiak 700 Power Steering Special Edition. Yeehaw. Got the Cycle Country Colpin Winch, 3,500 pounds, on sale at Cabela's. Alright, so it's getting cold out here. It's Manitoba, so it gets cold. So I'm going to try this stuff. See if it works. Whatever. Yeah, it's 2016 Kodiak. I was going to buy Wild Fang tires, but instead the dealer sold me on Zilla's. So next week I should have Zilla's on this bad boy. Big fan of these rims. Pretty cool. Time for a wash. Alrighty, so here's how to do it. To get to the oil filter, bolt, and that bolt. So, because then it'll pivot on this one right here. So, that one down there, that one up there, and it pivots on that. Alright, backed off the, got the top one out, right there. Empty hole. Back this one off, got that out. As you can tell down here, I've got the worn 88188 winch mount bracket down there. So, right up here, kind of sneak that out of there. And then you just go like that. Look, there's your oil filter. Alright. Alright, now, before I take off the oil filter, I will show you. Okay, we got more of that. Here's that handy dandy worn 88188 mid snowplow mount. So it's got the eyelets, whatever. So you bolt it to the frame, drill some holes. It's all good. Alright, so the drain hole is this one right here. Right here. So I'll show you that again. Sneak underneath. That big hole right there. Right here. Let's see if we can get up close. Right there. Which is a 14 millimeter. So I'm going to put my socket on there. It's a kind of a pain, but because it's an awkward spot to wrench on, I suppose. Alright, so got her backed off, or loosened up. So now I'm going to pull out the plug and try not to drip oil on my phone. Well, you get the picture, right? I'm going to pull my oil pan underneath here, underneath that big hole there, or that, you see that bolt? That's the drain plug. So I'm going to drop that, and then oil's going to come spewing out. So I don't really have a way to hold this right now. So I'm going to shoot. Come on. Yeah, it's all wet. See, it's all this water underneath. All this ice and snow on the chassis is melting. Okay, so switched hands. Now I'm gonna drop this out. Oh, another thing, take out your dipstick so that it will drain faster, so it can draw air through there. All right, here we go. Oil's coming out. Perfect. Drain plug in hand. Now if it would focus, that would help. Sweet. Alright, now I'll let this drain for a while. Okay, so now the drain plug is out and it's still draining. I should have really ran the motor. Oh shoot, I didn't actually take it out. Okay. There, now it can breathe. Anyways, so it is draining currently underneath. So I'm going to see if I can get this sucker off. There it is. She's tight. I need to put my phone down. Alright. Okay, so I suppose the last time I did the oil change here, I guess I put it on a little tight. Put the filter on a little tight. So I cheated and used a filter wrench. So now I can release it by hand. Now, when you pull this off, it will leak into your skid plate, but whatever, that runs away eventually, or you'll spill on the floor. See, look, it's leaking out of the bottom there. Try and back it off as fast as you can. And, oh, come on now. There we go. I'm going to try and get as much into it into the filter as possible, just so that it doesn't leak on the floor or onto my skid plate too much. Good enough. Alright, I'll take this out of here. Not bad. Good. Now I'm going to just check this into... Actually, no. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. Yamaha semi-performance. Sorry. This is what I'm going to use. Yamaha performance semi-synthetic 0W30. Now, the reason I'm going to try this stuff is because I'm in Canada and performance rated to minus 40 Celsius, and I will see that probably within a month from now. So kinda need it. Or I think I need it. There's a dog. Oh, just draining out the last bit. Alright. So it's pretty much finished draining out of where the filter goes on. So I'm going to put a rag in there. I'm going to try and clean the threads off and where it seats onto there as good as I can. Dry it up as best as I can, you know, just clean it up real good. There's some garbage in or junk in the skid plate. I don't want to get that in there. Do as best I can to keep it clean. Oh, shoot. Not doing a good enough job. Okay. That's looking not bad. Oh, a little bit of a leak, yeah, that's okay. Good. That's ready. Alright, so ready for the new clean filter. So I'm going to clean my glove off as best I can. Take my pointer finger and dip it on in. A little bit of oil on my finger now. Try it not to drip. Okay. Now, run it around the rubber O-ring. Go like that. Good. Clean off my hand again. And I'm going to close this up just in case me or the dog bumps it. I don't want to spill it because this stuff is not free. Unfortunately. Sponsor me, Yamaha. I'll take this over here. Alright, so what does it say? It says apply a thin film of oil to the gasket before screwing it on and tightening the cartridge. Tightening torque 15 something. Let engine run for 3 minutes, then check for oil leakage. Okay, heard it here first. Actually, you know what? Alright. Making sure everything is good and clean. Oops. Now it's seated. Got the French there, Yamaha on top. See if I can get it tighter. Okay, so that's 3/4 of a turn after it's snugged, or after it's touched. So that's typically good. They usually call for 3/4 to, I guess, a full turn. So that's good. So oil filter's good. So now I still have it draining underneath. So I guess in the meantime I can put this shield back on. So I'm gonna put that bolt back in and that one down there. Alright, top one's good. Tighten up the bottom one here best I can. Come on. That Fram oil filter you see down under there, that's from, I just did an oil change on my pickup, so that's from there, if you're wondering. Good. Nice and snug. Good. Liner's back on. Okay, time to put the oil plug back in. Alright, oil plug's back in, so I'm going to put in, it calls for 2.1 liters of oil with a new oil filter. So I'm going to put in, I'm going to pull that sucker out, that dipstick, and I'm going to put 2.1 liters of this Yamaha Performance Semi-Synthetic 030 in there. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy your Yamaha as much as I do.